I wanted to share a cool little story with you, but first I wanted to see if I can show you this beautiful waterfall behind me. There's a huge rock up in here that the water is just gushing on, and then let me go over to the other side. It's right up in there. It's really big. It's hard to see because of all the trees, but it's really pretty. Well, this morning at about 3-something, we had a storm come through, and there was lots of lightning, thunder. I heard the electricity blip, so I got up to go unplug a whole bunch of stuff. And my son woke up, and normally, like, you could put a pan on his head and bang it, and he wouldn't wake up. But he woke up that time, and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I'm like, hey, I'll sleep on the couch, you can sleep on a cot in the living room, and we can just hang out together and ride out the rest of the morning. We both fell asleep pretty quickly. He wakes up about 6-something to get ready for school, and it was the strangest thing, because the first thing he said before he even woke up from a grogginess was, I want to get picked up early today. And I'm like, you got picked up early today? How come? I don't want to get stuck in the water. And yeah, we've had a lot of rain, and I'll show you the road, part of the road here. We have a lot of land, and our road has maybe it's like 4 miles long, and there's like 4 people to live on it. So it's really private and beautiful, but it is waterlogged because of how much rain we've gotten, and there is standing water on it, and I'll show it to you. Part of it right there. I could drive through it, and me and my itty bitty cute little car with purple lights on the inside. She sometimes thinks she's a Jeep, but I get a notification from the school that we're going to run the buses early today. And because the storm has come through, I didn't even know there was going to be another one. And sure enough, I look up the weather, and there's supposed to be heavy thunderstorms right about the time school's getting out. So I took that as a notification that my son said that this morning, half asleep. And then I get a notification from the school. Our road is pretty well already waterlogged. It will take nothing for it to flood. And I took that as a message from the Lord that I need to go pick up my son early, take him out of school, so we can avoid any problems. You see, God's word is practical. It's for the everyday, day in, day out, the non-exciting. It's not just saved for people that are uber spiritual and the special ones. You see, he'll even speak to your children. He spoke to my son this morning, and I took note of it because I thought that was kind of strange. He doesn't normally say anything like that. We tend to kind of think that when God is going to move or protect us from something, it's going to be something like super miraculously cool. Like we're going to drive up and God's going to part the waters like the Red Sea, and we'll drive through on dry ground. No, it's most of the time it is something really simple, like just go pick him up from school an hour early. You'll avoid everything. I'll be back at home. I won't even have to deal with anything. But if I hadn't listened to the Lord and noticed details and paid attention, we can get so busy and so clogged with everything that's going on and the cares of this world that we don't catch those things. We don't notice those things. We miss it. And so then we end up driving through the flood. And yes, God will help us and he will protect us, but it's going to be a lot more work. We're going to have to deal with a lot more stress if we would have just listened in the first place. So when the storms of life can come through, you know what? Sometimes you're going to miss it because the Lord got you out of there beforehand. Heed the warning beforehand instead of having to be rescued in the middle of it.